Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon, dear professors and Angus. Uh, my name is Heng Yuan. Uh, First, I apologize for the late start and thank you all for your efforts. And today I'll talk about my research on how Confucian values affect team effectiveness in business. Oh, sorry. Okay. I noticed how hard it is to manage teams with different people at work, which made me think about using Confucian ideas to help teams work better. In today's fast-paced business world, learning teams across different cultures and industries is harder than ever. We need more than just older ways of managing to handle communication problems, cultural differences, and different work ethics. My research looks at how using Confucian values can help make teams stronger, more united, and more effective. This study is based on how teams work well, focusing on getting tasks done, how people feel, and what they do. Teams need to work together and be committed to do well. We included Confucian values in this because they can make teams work better. Benevolence helps teams work together, and trust helps them stay committed for the long term. This study builds on other research that says leadership, communication, and good relationships are important for team success. What makes team work well? Things like how people get along, who leads them, and how they talk to each other. Confucian values like doing the right thing and following rules can make teams fair and organized, which helps them stay stable and motivated. Open communication, which is part of Confucianism, helps teams work together better by building trust and being clear. My research looks at how these things work together in modern team settings. I made a model that connects the five main Confucian values: benevolence, righteousness, propriety, wisdom, and trust with how well teams do. I used statistic, statistical methods to see how these values affect how teams work. Each value has its own part to play. Benevolence helps team work together. Wisdom helps team keep learning, and trust makes them stable. I made a questionnaire to see how Confucian values affect teams. It looked at things like how people get along, their values, and how they learn in teams. I measured team effectiveness in three ways: how well they do their work, how happy people are in the team, and how well the team grows. These ways show how Confucian values affect teams and help them work better. The questionnaire had 474 good answers from people in different jobs. Most were young, well-educated people in small or big teams, showing how modern teams can change and work well. The simple numbers from the questionnaire helped us understand how different team setups affect how well they work, setting the stage for more in-depth analysis. The questionnaire showed that part about Confucian values and team success was reliable, meaning they were consistent. The main factors show that values like benevolence and propriety really help teams stick together, where wisdom and trust are key for making teams better in the long run. The numbers showed that Confucian values and team effectiveness are closely linked. Benevolence and trust were most linked, showing that caring and looking out for each other are really important for trust in teams. The numbers also show that trust and wisdom are the most important for team effectiveness, affecting how well they do their work, how happy people are, and how much the team grows. The research found that Confucian virtues like benevolence and righteousness improve team cohesion, satisfaction, and ethical leadership. Propriety creates clear guidelines for behavior, where wisdom drives continuous learning. Trust is key to collaboration and communication. These findings show how Confucian values enhance team effectiveness in modern organizations. My research shows that Confucian values like benevolence and righteousness can really make teams better. Benevolence helps create a good team culture, and righteousness makes sure leaders and decisions are fair. These values not only make teams stick together and trust each other more, but also help teams do better in their work, showing how Confucian ideas can work in modern team management. Confucian values like propriety are about respect and structure in teams, but we need to mix these old ways with new, more flexible ways of working together. My research shows that propriety can help teams respect each other and be fair, which makes communication and teamwork better. This balance is key for teams that want to be both creative and united. In Confucianism, wisdom is about learning all the time and making good choices. Teams that share knowledge and adapt well can handle the tough parts of modern business. My research shows that teams that focus on wisdom and innovation do well in the long run, with leaders playing a big part in making this happen. The trust is super important for team to work well. My research shows that trust makes teams stick together and helps them be more creative and responsible. Without trust, teams have a hard time talking, solving problems, and working together. To build trust, leaders need to be open and organize what everyone does, which is key for teams to do well over time. Based on what I found, I suggest a few ways to make team better using Confucian values. This includes using benevolence to help people get along, making sure things are fair and ethical with leaders, and encouraging teams to keep learning by putting these values into how teams are managed. Uh, Companies can make their teams work much better and stick together. And my research shows that Confucian values can greatly improve team effectiveness in modern business, but it has limits. It mainly looks at Eastern ideas, so may not work everywhere. Also, people might not always say things as they are. We only looked at the team at one point in time, so we can't see long-term effects. And measuring things like benevolence and righteousness is hard. Future studies could look at different cultures and long time frames. That's all. Thanks you all.